Hey guys, it's Dee. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how you made a satin pillowcase. To start, you need some fabric. I didn't have any satin lying around, so I decided to upcycle these pajama pants, and that's how I got enough fabric to make my satin pillowcase. Is to take a pillowcase you have that you'd like to recreate. Since I didn't have any measurements in mind, I decided this pillowcase would do just fine. I traced the outline of the pillowcase, so I know the final size of my pillowcase will be that outline. You can hardly see, but don't worry. We're going to be doing a French seam. That means we're going to sew our fabrics right sides facing us, meaning as I sew, you can see the shiny part is up and it looks the same when you flip the pillowcase. So when I'm done, I decided to cut the excess fabric, which I don't need anymore, but leaving I think 1 centimeter, maybe half a centimeter, or a quarter of an inch, or an eighth of an inch seam allowance. I'm not sure, but it's just enough so that you don't fray the edges. Yeah, so after trimming the excess fabric, I snipped the corners just so when I turn the pillowcase over, it will be easy and it will lie flat. And now we can do our second row of stitching to complete our French seam. I'm going to press the seams so that they're nice and flat and there's no bunching anywhere, and my seam will be clean. Using a ruler, I'm going to mark 1 centimeter from the edge so that I don't have any exposed fray edges, and they'll all be locked in when I finally do the sewing. You can use an edge stitching foot or you can just like sew without marking the lines. I just really prefer to mark because I really don't trust my straight lines. Here's a close-up of what I'm doing. I'm just using a straight stitch, and when I'm done, remember to back stitch. And if you make any mistakes, don't worry, just unpick them and move on. Once the pillowcase is almost complete, we're going to do some more ironing because I'm going to create this professional finished opening for a pillowcase. So you know those pillowcases that look like this? Yeah, I want mine to look like that. And I have some fabric from the waistband of the pajama pants that I'm using, so I'm ironing it nice and straight, and I'm folding the raw edges inwards, and then I'm pressing that to close up the seam. Spray some water in case you need to make the crease nice and sharp and the heat isn't, fulfilling your needs. So once I finished that, it was ready to attach. If you don't have the spare waistband, you don't have to take apart any of your pants, okay? You just cut some fabric and fold it like you saw me do, and everything will work out. Now I'm going to pin the pillowcase to the opening hem thing. So I'm matching one of the seams to the edge of the pillowcase. Then I'm going to pin all the way to that end point, and then I'll stop right there, and then I'll go to the other side where I started and continue pinning. And when I was done pinning, you'll notice that my pillowcase is shorter than my excessive cushion there, so I'm going to hand sew a temporary stitch, and then I'll be ready to cut off the excess that I have there. So I'm just marking with a pen, matching up the edges where I think the pillowcase will fit best, adding some pins, and then I'm just sewing that using a straight stitch. Afterwards, I'm trimming the excess but leaving like 1 centimeter just in case I messed anything up. And after unpinning things and repositioning things, I can live with that, so I feel like I can sew now. The tacking stitches were just so that the satin doesn't slip around because it's really slippery and hard to work with sometimes. Yeah, so now I'm sewing close to the edge and I'm cutting the tacking stitches. And once I was done, that's what the pillowcase looks like on the inside. No raw edges being shown, and I really like how this turned out. It looks real profesh. And that's what the seam we just finished look like, and our pillowcase is done. Hooray! Now I'm going to wash my satin pillowcase so it will be ready for bedtime, and I'll make sure to catch some sun rays while I wait for it to dry. I like the satin pillowcase because it's comfortable and I don't have to wear a satin bonnet when I go to sleep, so the pillowcase, you know, fills that gap, and when I wake up in the morning I don't have creases on my face. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial helped you, and if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.